Hi everyone, there are some really great deals going on at Michael's, especially at the front of the store. You'll find like dollar items, $2 items, coin purses, cups, trucker hats, calendars, notebooks, dry erase boards, stickers, acrylic lights. So $1 to $2 you might want to celebrate because you saved a lot. So don't forget to go look at the party section because they have items that are better than Dollar Tree prices. $1 for plates, party hats, napkins. And more importantly, today was the day they had grab bags. So I'm not sure if this happens at all the stores. Definitely check in with your own store first beforehand. I noticed that at my store, now that the prices of the grab bags and boxes have gone up to $10, they seem to be on the rack a lot longer. So I don't actually know how long these were sitting out there for, but you know, the fact that I was able to get one, super happy about that. So I don't really know if it's a great deal quite yet. I know it's expensive though. So let's jump into that. So if you're not too familiar with my videos, on my Michael's haul videos, especially with like my grab bags and boxes, I kind of like to show you the items, but I want to show you also things that you can do with the items because to be honest with you, a lot of this stuff really like at first sight is going to be things that you're like, ugh, why did I get this bag, right? So by the end of this video, I hope I'm telling myself, you know, I'm glad I got this bag. So starting off, there is this sealing wax stamp set, and this is originally $9.99. I didn't just get this one, but I am going to save this for my aunt because I got a total of 9 of them. So this one actually has a really specific date on it, like class of 2025, which for the most part, I'm probably not really going to use, but thankfully I did have my cousin, he graduated in 2025, so I can definitely use this on a scrapbook page for him. And some of these are basically going to just be used as paperweights. So I'm going to show you guys how I use each and every one of these pieces really quickly, hopefully. So starting off, you have these plastic trays. I stacked those all up. This is going to be really great when you do any type of painting project, which I am going to have a lot of. So I saved these. I can put my paint in here as long as there's no holes or cracks in it. And then I can just throw it away and I won't have to worry about cleaning up, which is great. And then you're going to have like these boxes. So these boxes, most people would just like throw away or kind of like recycle. But you know, take some of the crafting paper, cardstock that you have that you don't really craft with, you know, and cover the boxes up. Now you have some pre-made gift boxes for Christmas, which really is just around the corner. I used some cardstock and I used some paper. The only thing with the paper is you just want to make sure that the words on the back aren't showing through. So this is just fine. If you're really good at it, you can actually get 2 boxes for 1 sheet of paper. And so I have that. And it's pretty the way it is, but if you have like ephemera, like stickers, you can definitely, you know, zhuzh it up and decorate it. So for the little gingerbread theme, we're going to put a gingerbread man. For the green one, we have like the Christmas tree snow globe. And then we have this, which is Merry Christmas. And then on this one, we're just going to use a little ornament that I lost and dropped for a second. And now it's back up. So we have an ornament that says joy on there. So these aren't actually quite complete yet. I have so many ideas in my head to make it a lot prettier. So I'm going to revisit this topic later on. I just really wanted to throw some ideas out there. So that way, if you did pick up a grab bag and you pick some of these items up, maybe if you wanted to save the products, you'll be able to do that. So the more I thought about how much money I spend to like package items up and like wrap them, I realized that it's almost just as much as I spend on my actual crafting tools. So I always try to find ways to save on that. And so I have a lot of product packaging and I really want to do like a gift wrapping special on it. So please let me know in the comments down below, when do you guys normally like start wrapping your gifts for like Christmas holidays? Do you like start wrapping it in October or November when you're finding the deals, or in December if you're last minute? And that's probably when I'm going to start posting those like gift wrapping videos. Going back to the grab bag, you see that we have like the wax. Just going to organize these. I think I picked these containers up a long time ago at Target for like only 10 cents, and I love them because you can stack them. They have these little jars full of shaker bits, which for me is a total plus because I always buy any type of like sequins and shaker bits. And so you can normally buy stuff like this at Michael's in a bottle, or you can buy like the empty bottles. I believe it comes in a pack of 6. I've done a video on this before, which I'll also link to the end of this video. But basically, those little 8 jars, I was able to fill up a whole bottle, which is perfect. And now we have like empty jars. So I had this sheet of like Christmas cardstock that had like the snowflakes on it. So I'm using my circle puncher, which is actually a little bit bigger than the jar itself. So I just use this to kind of like pick out my design from the paper. And then I'm going to take the jar, I'm going to trace that and then cut around it. And then you just kind of like push that into this little jar lid, and you don't really need to do anything else to it because it's kind of snug that it just kind of stays in there. And then for the jar itself, you can wrap your washi tape around that, but definitely put extra adhesive because the washi tape is just going to unravel. And then I also kind of added some bling to the sides, and that also came in this grab bag. It was $7.99. I got three of the same sticker sheets. One was actually missing a piece, but they're normally $7.99 each. And you just kind of like cut your little design pattern out of here if you don't want to use the whole entire strip as is. And I'm just going to leave you with some ideas on how I would actually use this for like gift giving. So I'd put a little bit of sequins on the bottom. And then for right now, you're just seeing a charm, but I'm definitely going to build these up into necklaces with like the lobster clasp and all that good stuff later on. But for the most part, this is how I would package it, and it'd be really cute. So I would also make a little box for this as well, put a little gift tag. So that's all going to come later on whenever you guys let me know, October, November, December, of when I should be posting like the gift wrapping videos. So I really love this as well. It's something that I can definitely use. And then they have like the little handles, which I actually really needed because if you buy the Hobby Lobby like wax seals, they usually come with a thinner screw on the handle. So this one was perfect because I had a set of like Hello Kitty and Friends type wax seals that, you know, I really wanted to use all at the same time so I wouldn't have to keep switching it out. So this is perfect. So now I pretty much have a complete set. Except for 3, I need to find 3 more handles and then it would be a complete set. But for the most part, these are all the ones that I think I'd be using the most. And if I have my little silicone mold, I can actually just take my wax seal stamps and kind of like use all of those instead of having to switch them out each and every time, which I actually really, really love because I like to make all of this stuff in bulk. So when I need it later on, I can definitely like find it. So a lot of you might have remembered I used the Hobby Lobby glue stick type wax seals, and I made a whole bunch of those. Some turn out perfect and some turn out imperfectly perfect, and these I would probably use just kind of like on a junk journal. Other items in the grab box are these 1 yard a piece little rhinestone borders. You get a lot of it. Each box comes with a yard. I got 2 boxes, and these are actually things that I would just normally buy as a crafter to keep in my collection. So like every paper crafter, we have our little special place where we put all of our bling. So I have my little gold drawer here for my gold bling. You can definitely leave this out because they had some really great stickers. So actually the rhinestone stars, those are actually marketed for your graduation cap. These stickers are actually also marketed for your graduation cap, but you can definitely use them on your paper crafting projects. I will say that if you are putting this onto like cardstock, definitely you want to make sure that you are putting it in the right location because this is actually a very strong adhesive. It will peel your paper up. So I tried that and I had to get another sheet of paper. So here we are with a little Hello Kitty and Friends like scrapbook layout theme because as most of you know, I am working on a Hello Kitty album. And I don't know, I've always collected Hello Kitty and I can't believe out of all the scrapbooks, out of all the themes that I've made, I've never actually made a Hello Kitty themed scrapbook. That's what I did here. And then from the alphabet stickers earlier, I kind of just like wrote out the word yummy because I feel like this is going to be kind of like a foodie page because there's a lot of like different theme stickers with food on it. And so some of the letters on there are like the Greek alphabet, which I feel like I'm not really going to use in my crafting. So I just kind of like took that as a fancy U and put it in the word yummy. And then there's this graduation memento box, and I was going to upcycle this one, and I realized that it was actually made out of fabric. But when I opened it, I saw that it really had this nice white background to it, which would be perfect for taking photos with. So I was like, you know what, this would be nice to kind of like photograph my handmade jewelry, and then I can print out the pictures, and then that way I can organize them, because that's what I want to do as well. I have so many different jewelry pieces, but I just kind of like want to put everything into like a complete set with like the necklace, earrings, and bracelet. And that's the fun thing about making handmade jewelry, is that you can actually create the whole set. So I'm just gonna kind of like maybe one day take all the jewelry pieces that I have and just kind of like mix and match until I kind of get this perfect set. Take a photo of it here, and then I'll be able to kind of like store the photo with that jewelry set, so that way I can see what it looks like, and I'm not kind of like just grabbing like any bag, opening it all up. And so yeah, it'll be a lot simpler. So the total of everything that I got was $173.79. That's if you were to kind of like pay for it like original price. But I always do kind of like the Dollar Tree, like a dollar pricing. So I got 20 items. So if I were to buy things like at the dollar store, or if I bought things for $1 rather, then it would be like $20. So for me, this definitely was worth it. So let me know in the comments down below, again, when you guys do most of your gift wrapping, so that way I will kind of like try to get those videos posted like in that month. So I thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.